All right. Good morning, afternoon. I guess it's afternoon. Afternoon, new day, new play. Today we will be going through the week's trades. We'll be doing DD, weekly catalyst. I don't know how long I will be on today, but we'll do the best that we can. Hopefully evaluate some of the tickers that you guys have. I may actually cut and run a little bit early so that I can record a video today, but we will see what that brings. So let's, this note here, I want to duplicate. Weekly DD and recap, week of May 1st. Book of the week is bum 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 bum. Devil take the hindmost. Take the hindmost. Okay, let's go here. Let's go here. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. This is the one that I want. This is the one that I want. That's the link. Perfect. Head over here. Get rid of this. Bum, 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 bum. What do I want to do here? I want to do this. I want to do this. And this. Okay, that's there. Perfect. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon. Okay, so we are live on all of the channels, so that's good. I have to go in here. Bum, 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 bum. This one. And let's go in here. Edit list. Devil hindmost. All right, so book of the week, guys, is in there. Disclaimer before we get going, none of this is financial information. If you're on YouTube, you can see the disclaimer down below. Otherwise, you can see it in the chat here on the video, guys. Disclaimer is in there for you. This is opinion and for education purposes only. I'm doing this to help you guys understand my thought process, how I trade, and what I do. None of this is to be taken as financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I do not wish to be your financial advisor. If you need a financial advisor, I do recommend you go get one. If you're not sure where or how to find that, DM me and I will send you to a financial advisor that I personally would trust if I were using it. Okay. Yeah. Book of the week, Devil Take the Hindmost. It's a bit of an expansion on the book that we looked at last week, which was A History of the United States in 5 Crashes. That one was very, very focused on the crashes of 1920, 1980. Sorry, 1920, 1980. 2000, 2010. Which one am I missing? There's one of those there. 1800s? Do they have one earlier? 1907. 1907, 1929, 1987, 2000, and 2010. Okay, so that's that one. This one actually looks at crashes globally across the whole world. So that one's kind of interesting. I had a blast with it. The narrator on this one, though, had a very British accent, which was to my advantage, actually. Listening double time onto a British accent, they articulate very well, which makes it easier for me to listen. But that's there for you guys to consider this week. If you guys are looking for the reading list is here, guys. It is available on YouTube down in the chat below, or down in the description below. For those of you guys here on Twitch, there's the link. You can click right through. The beauty of this, guys, is these are all books that I've used to just grow in my learning over the past year and a half, understand more aspects of the stock market. Not every book in this list, guys, is going to be a stock market book specifically. There are some business books in here, some psychology books in here. And of course, there are some stock books in here as well, but it's not all FA. There's some TA stuff in there as well. So all of these are here for you guys. This list obviously is getting longer and longer. So if you guys want to know which books I recommend you do get started with, as far as reading goes, Culture Code, if you're going to be an FA trader, you're trading off fundamentals, this book is crucial for you to get started with. Otherwise, I recommend you start with Reminiscences of a Stock Operator, just to understand what that looks like to be in the market. It's very, even though the book is detailing 1907, early 18 or late 1800s into wherever, the list is right above there. Reminiscences of Stock Operator, guys, even though the market is 100 years old, it's very similar to where we are today, with the exception of they just don't have internet. So that's that. Okay. Just keep in mind as well, guys, as you listen to the story of Jesse Livermore, people would tout him as one of the greatest stock speculators of all time. He went bankrupt several times, the last one leading to his imminent suicide and death. So, as you listen to the story, also keep in mind the risks and the downfall of Livermore. Okay. It's one of the reasons why I have it as the first listen. It comes with great caution, and it, I think, sets you up with a realistic expectation of how dangerous the markets could be if you're not prepared. Okay. Speaking of which, guys, I don't know that I put the stream elements command in, so let's do that right now. New video is out. Custom commands. Can't. Okay, guys, new YouTube video is out. We did see on stream on Friday the hypothesis that you can learn how to trade in a week. I created a video breaking down why I don't think that that's actually reasonable, feasible, or recommended. So for those of you that are just getting freshly started in the market, it might be a good listen for you. Those that are promising fortune and fame within a week of you looking at a market or looking at some charts, yeah. So like, comment, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff over there on that video. I am going to grab a fresh coffee, and then we are going to start into the weekly DD and recap. All right, so I will be right back, guys. Okay, here we go. So, book of the week is in there. Recap of movements throughout the week. It's all updated, guys. For those of you that are new, I do trade live. I do trade real money. I don't paper trade. If you want to see the portfolio, I do my best to keep this up to date. There are certain aspects of my portfolio right now that you cannot see, which would be the warrants that I'm holding on Clove at the moment. But if you're here throughout the week, you guys readily see the trades that I make and what's going on there. So let's get rid of that. So recap, what did we do this week? I'm going to open this up. How's my tip ranking doing now? Still a 4-star analyst. I'm really hoping to break into that 5-star analyst. April's a done deal, but now we're in May. I think May is going to be a gainer month for me. That might bring me back up, but so far, so good. Pretty happy with this. May is also going to clear off this. So as we head into June, this will go, and we'll be right back to where we began here. Okay. So, historical orders, last 7 days. Perfect. Okay, so what we have here is bought into AQB, exited the next day for a slight loss. This was because news came out on AQB that there was an appeal against the FDA ruling that they could actually sell the genetically modified fish. I wasn't risking that, so I took an exit on a small loss. I was okay with that. Clove, guys, I did buy back in to Clove. Let's sort this by date. Where's the... Let's sort by ticker. Order date. Here it is. Can I sort by that? Okay, so order date. Clove. So earlier in the week, I sold Clove equity in order to take a larger position in SHG. You guys will see that there. I did buy and sell WPRT for a small gain. I did exit Pan L for a small gain. So 2 buys and a sell. FTOC I exited. MGTI I exited. These were supposed to be long holds. I instead just liquidated them, actualized the losses. Yeah, I can definitely take a look at HUT today. SNDL I exited as well. So I actualized losses. So I no longer have those in my US equities holdings, guys. They're gone. All I'm holding right now is Clove shares, Clove warrants, and Eton. Portfolio's up 11% right now there. It's about 50 grand US, and then here it's about 25 grand Canadian. SHG just continues to truck along for me. It's up about 4 grand, and that's heading into NASDAQ listing, so that's looking pretty well. So let's go back to the trading journal here and recap. Actualized losses, SNDL, MGTI, FTOC. Quick scalps. Quick scalp on WPRT. Exit on AQB due to DB change. And what was the other one? Oh, increased holdings, Clove, and SHG. Okay, great. Last week's calls. No, I didn't. Battle plan from last week. Oh, yeah, I did that. Executed Battle plan. So the plan last week was to exit SNDL, snag Eton, exit Clove Monday after hours. I did that. When the short numbers came out, they weren't exactly the way I wanted it. I grabbed more SHG out of the two, so I did follow this. SPACs, guys, FTFC I am keeping on there. I will be looking at that. Hello, Pastor Isaac. Okay, next up, weekly trades, exiting zones. Okay, yeah, so this was good. By actualizing the losses, guys, I was able to move that money into profitable trades, so I'm pretty happy with that. Isaac, I'm live streaming right now, so I am not going to do that. I'm busy. Let's go. Weekly trades. Actualized losses. Took new positions to gains. Review rules, guys. This is something I do weekly to stay honest. 50% stop loss, that's in place now. I did put that back in. I haven't done that in the past. I did try to commit to that early in the year, but that was not necessarily the way it went. End up holding some positions for much larger than a 15% stop, so that rule is back in place. It was actually a 10% stop, but I changed it to 15. So I'm going to try to stick to that. Trading journal. I haven't done daily because the trades have not been daily. What I've been doing instead is just being consistent with the weeklies on this. Try six. Thanks for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. Size and targets are good. I did go back. The stream had set the target for me to hit 500K by the end of the year. I did start the year with about 50,000. So right now, portfolio is at around 70 grand. I am behind for sure. I'm supposed to be closer to the 200,000 mark, but we'll see how I look coming into the end of May. But at the 100,000 level, I'm supposed to have three positions that are about 30% of my portfolio each. And then from that, grow from there. So we'll see how I do through the month of May. Hopefully, I'm breaking past the 150,000 mark this month, but we'll see how SHG performs. This could triple up and turn into a 60,000 play for me. That could take me over the 100,000 mark. Eton, if things all go according to plan, this could very quickly head for 20, in which case I would double that position. That would take me to the 150. Clove, if they do well in their earnings, this could stand to do quite well for me as well. So we'll see. We will see. I most likely will be looking at Eton or at FTOC again if one of those plays is a winner and rolling the winnings into a position there. But we will see what kind of entry I can get on FTOC. Okay, so let's see. Sizing targets, good. Don't marry positions, good. Trade fundamentals, no chasing technical, that's true. Sticking to that. I'm not a TA trader, guys. I don't do that. Yeah, I don't know if it's right away on May 1st that we see that happen. We'll check the Biopharma Catalyst today and see what the calendar looks like, but stick to my 2-month goals. I am trying to. You can't go broke taking profit. That's true. I did take a scalp this week on Westport. Happy with the profit that I took on that. I actually exited Clove at the start of the week for a profit too, so that's there. Again, guys, I did clarify this last week. People were asking what's going on. Stop listening to professionals. This is guys, when I say that, I'm not talking about don't listen to the people that have been working this forever. There are very well respected people in the market that I do hold true to, but when I'm talking about the professionals, I'm talking about like the CNBC panels, the Jim Cramers. Usually that's not there. I'm not talking guys like Buffett and Lynch that have a proven and disclosed track record. Okay. Rise early, work hard, take profit. That's still there for sure. Spinoffs. I haven't had the opportunity to do this yet, but there are some great opportunities out there. I think that are gonna happen. Equity, equity, equity. This is interesting actually that this is in here because I want to keep this here because equity is still going to be core to what I'm doing, but warrants is currently a large part of my portfolio, which would be breaching that equity rule. Clear it from the board when you exit. I was good with that. ZOM, SNDL, all those FTOC, all those actualized losses. I just got rid of them. I didn't stare at them, so that was good. Take your time placing an order. Canadian margin is a no bueno. What I mean by that, guys, is there was a point where I was just trying to enter orders so quickly that I would take US equities inside my Canadian margin account, and that's no good because I'm paying the conversion on it. So I was good with that this week. All the positions that I took, I made sure to take in the right place. No earnings, that's true. Earnings have been a consistent burn for me, not being able to see the results out of earnings that I would have liked to have seen. So up to but not through in many cases is the way to go with earnings, but I would not take a position just on earnings. I would have to have additional DD for me to be in play. No eggs in one basket. Yep, that's true. I've got it split up the way that I feel comfortable with that. And then create a trading entry exit log for each position complete with DD. Okay, so what that means, guys, is this one. Making sure that every position that I do currently hold has a thing filled out. So there's SHG, there's Clove W. Eton, I do not have one of these, so I need to fill one out for Eton. Let's duplicate this. We'll call this Eton entry on double PDUFA, first revenue earnings. Exit post PDUFA results. That's it. There it is. That's the Eton as a whole. For those of you guys that want a little more in depth than that, but I did do a breakdown of Eton as a YouTube video. So if you guys are wondering what the heck that's all about, and want some more detail on it, that video is there for you. Okay. All right. Where are we going next? We're going back here to the journal. Key events coming up this week. Okay, so this is where we pull up. Let's head over here. Seeking Alpha Catalyst. No, it's not breaking my rules. So the rules with earnings is not playing on earnings. So say for example, I think Hasbro is going to have a phenomenal earnings because of Christmas or whatever, right? And that's the only DD that I have on a position. That would be breaking my rule. The rule with Eton isn't a breaking of the rule because what I'm actually looking at is not just the earnings, but also the double PDUFA in the month of May. So it's not exclusively earnings. Just to be clear on that. Same thing with Clover, guys. Clover earnings is a catalyst that's coming up this month, but with Clover, I'm actually waiting on the Medicare age reduction. That's where I'm watching that. So that's there as well. All right. Key events this week. Automobile manufacturers reports are coming out, so that's going to be a big one. Car numbers. We have. This is just telling you high volatility stocks as of the end of last week. XXII is on the nicotine reduction by the federal government in the States. MBIS continues to do its plug of being a Wall Street Bets pump and dump. I know there's a lot of people saying, no, it's a valid company, it's a real thing. I'm still not sold on that narrative, especially when most of the conjecture that I've seen around it, here we are here, MBIS is number one talked about. And then we've got over here, if I go to MBIS, it's all talking about short squeezes and the similar Wall Street bet narrative that we've seen before. Ethereum was going hard again. Let's take a look. I do have 1% of my portfolio as Ethereum, guys. It's not a lot. It's well, I mean, it's growing nicely. Yeah, it's up another 5%. Ethereum's heading for 3,000, which is fantastic. My holdings on that, guys, I put in about $1,000, and I think I'm up 50% on the month. This is interesting. This is saying I'm only up 33%, which is odd. Oh, no, total return 56%. You guys see that? I don't know how clear that is. Pretty good. $1,000 in, $500 out of it. Not going any deeper than 1% of my portfolio into any crypto, and the crypto that I've chosen to trade is intentionally the most boring one of them all. So that's there. Just gonna clear these messages, guys. This keeps bothering me, so we'll get rid of that. Okay. But yeah, MBIS guys ran up to on the week, I think as high as 30, yeah, almost 30, and then declined, came back up the next day, declined, declined, declined. We're back down to 15. I'm not going to go anywhere near it. Don't trust it. Don't believe the rhetoric around it. It's just not for me. Okay. Okay. What else do we have this week? There's not a lot there. Just seeing if there's any major earnings is going to continue, but that's not such a huge deal. Huge deal. Cruel, Cruel Aid Killer. Did I get it? Cruel Aid Killer. Thanks for the follow, man. Let me know how you found the stream, what it is you trade. Um, AMCX is one of the ones that had short interest, guys. I know everybody was saying it was AMC, but AMCX actually was one of the ones that had one of the higher short interest back during the initial GME thing. So that's there. But there's not really a ton this week that's like you must watch, other than obviously earnings season continues. So okay, Monday. Let's see what we got. Monday. Construction report. This would be big for the home sector. Merck spinoff. This may be a potential play depending on where this lands. There's a Merck spinoff presentation Monday of women's health. Yeah, guys, we continue to see that trend of really decent earnings performance and not a lot of movement as a result. I mean, in my mind, has people looking currently the market is looking more at these growth stocks that are more kind of where I play than the traditional old faithful fat man G things, right? Big tech, big companies that don't typically move in massive swings. That seems to be of more interest or less interest to the retail traders right now than the massive volatility growth stocks. Uh, Tuesday, Camping World is interesting because that may give us some insight into the speculation we had about that sector. So, Camping World on Tuesday might be one to watch. What else do we have going on? And the Vaxart oral vaccine for COVID. There's a presentation on that on Tuesday. We'll see how that does. That's going to be a particular interest for India. That situation is not getting any better. So, Blue Origin says it will provide information on how customers can buy tickets for a flight on the new Shepherd. Space has earnings coming out, but Blue Origin is announcing its ticket sale prices on Wednesday. So that could give some hype to the space sector for sure. Honest This is for baby products. This could be part of the baby boom for sure. HNST. Thursday, Ark Invest holds its webinar. So Thursday, Ark Invest is talking Ark X webinar. I held off for now. We're discussing some travel options, and my wife might want to go out to the East Coast this summer. So we'll play it by ear. If she would rather go out to the East Coast, that may be something we do instead. But we'll see. The prices were dirt cheap though. I could not believe how cheap they were. But the problem with that is we'd have to wait till January, right? Which wouldn't be a summer vacation for the family. So if we go out to the East Coast, the whole family can enjoy that. But Kapow Space has also confirmed a flight target 3 times now, and they've either delayed it or it's not been the ideal conditions, and they've had to cancel it. So they, in many ways, are starting to feel like Bill Ackman's SPAC. Always promise and then can't deliver. Nicola, guys, this is going to be big. Nicola Friday. This could be the Nicola implosion could happen Friday. East Coast Canada. Prince Edward Island. The best man for my wedding lives out there, guys. We love going out to the island. It's a beautiful drive out there. We've got some family along the way that we like to visit with. So usually we take about 2 weeks off and drive out, and we take 2 or 3 days to get out there, and we just drive and stop at whatever we want along the way. Enjoy the beautiful countryside, and then we hang out with my buddy out in PEI, and then we come back. Trevor Milton did not accept your LinkedIn request. Uh, Maybe I'll send him one. Okay, so that's that. Let's take a look at the Biopharm Catalyst. So May, what do we have coming up in May? AstraZeneca on the 6th. CCXI is, what is CCXI? It's a PDUFA as well. BMY has a couple, and then Eton's at the end of the month. So we may not actually see this. These are bigger companies though. CCXI is 45. AstraZeneca is 52. APLS is 45. HRTX is 17. It's a little bit more affordable, but not quite there. Roche is 41. Sanofi is 51. So yeah, Eton's really the only one that's in that. Well, PRVB as well on the 27th, but uh, this one's already dead in the water though. PRVB, nobody's going to play. Advisory committee scheduled for May 27th, 2021. PDUFA date under priority review. July 2nd, 2021. Noted April 8th, 2021 that the FDA has identified deficiencies that preclude discussion of labeling and post-marketing requirements commitments. So this one's already dead in the water. So the only one that's in kind of that retail low cost range is Eton for the month. And it's got the alcohol injection and the oral suspension. So Yeah, this will be very interesting, guys. We'll go to the Eton pipeline here. I'll show you guys real quick. Um, Again, that video is there for you, should you desire a more complete breakdown. But what we've got here is Eton Pharmaceuticals products pipeline. So it's got three on the market already: Alloy preservative free, the Alkindi Sprinkle, and the Biorphin, which is injectable. So they've been selling these over the first quarter. Um, we'll see revenue off of these three. Who knows how much that's going to be? Revenue projections on Eton for Q1 are still on a confirmed earnings date. Estimates on that still, but revenue estimate is 12 million. Last quarter, they only did 81,000. So this is a fairly high revenue estimate. I'm wondering how many analysts are actually on this thing. Eton. Um, okay, so yeah, three that they're in there for, and then we have these two are being, no, I want to make sure I get this right. The zanisamide oral suspension, that's the one of the PDUFAs, and then this is the other one here, the dehydrated alcohol injection. These are the two that are happening this month, and then June, August has these two here. But by the end of the year, they could go from having nothing as of 2020 approved to having three, six, nine different things approved. The ephedrine injection is a big one. ET203. That's a big one. Uh, Wonder if I go FDA calendar. Eton. Yeah, the ephedrine injection is June, which I might actually stick around for. So this is a stimulant. One that you guys are probably used to seeing is epinephrine, but ephedrine is used. I wonder what the big deal is about Eton's ephedrine though. Why is it different? News. They're projecting that the market opportunity is expected to be over 10 million units annually. This one is a big one. 700 million market size. And then neither of these two big ones are the ones that are happening in the next couple months. The DS100 is the 100 mil here, and the what was the other one? This one, the 60 million. Yeah, I'm looking for a better understanding of why even do the ephedrine because there's already ephedrine options out there. So I just kind of want to understand a little bit about what that looks like. ET 203. So 50, they're predicting 10 million units. So they're predicting 50 million in sales a year off this. At a price of $50? I want to look at this, but how much is this? This is gonna. I don't want to be dropping thousands of dollars to figure out what this is. Synthetica. Synthetica. Over 10 million units annually. 50 times 10, 500. Hmm. Is that what that's saying? Is that what that cost is? I don't know that it's worth $50 to do that. I'm not actually like I'm playing on June right now. We'll see what June does. I'll probably be out of Eton by end of June or by end of May, guys. Not into June, but we'll see. Um, okay, but yeah, as far as the bio calendar goes, they're looking really good, guys. I think I would rather be out of Eton at the end of May, early June, so I can get into FTOC um, before they name change. Okay, so that's that. That's the FDA calendar. Don't think there's any other major news that came out. Let's see. Oh, that's kind of big. So May 3rd, which is Monday, Apple's court date with Epic Games begins. Endo, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Guys, if you did not have a check to chance to check out the new video. If you guys can do that, take a second, go over, like, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. This one's about learning that you cannot learn how to trade the market in a week. I know we were looking at it on Friday, that 23 million view video by Garen Phillips suggesting that you can learn how to effectively trade the market in a week. I created a video that was a bit of a, not a bit of, it is a direct counter thesis to that. That for multiple reasons that I outlined in the video, it's just not possible. Um, okay, what else do we have? Neo deliveries rise 125%. People believe that? You guys believe that? Put an F in chat if you believe that number. Anybody believe this? Like, I'm having a real hard time believing this rate of adoption in China here. See more details on. Let's go to their investor relations. Yeah, but there are multiple other companies there that are also producing vehicles, right? You've got XPAV, you've got LI. Neo's not exclusive. It doesn't give any detailed breakdown. PDF version? Is there more than that? No. Doesn't give a detailed breakdown as to where the units are sold. Yeah, I have a hard time believing those numbers personally, guys. There's just no details. You can never go any deeper either, which drives me nuts. Like here's the big number. Great. Can you give us any detailed breakdown or analysis of that? No. Yeah, I'm very uncomfortable with that number, and I'm very uncomfortable with Neo. Um, the devil's in the details. State secret. Yeah, devil's in the details, and when I can't get my hands on it, it makes me uncomfortable trading it. Berkshire Hathaway had their event today, guys. I didn't want to watch just because I didn't want to get DMCA'd. I'm not sure if Yahoo DMCA me for watching it live on stream. Berkshire's doing just fine. What else we got? This is interesting. Exxon's going to lock out their union workers. Interesting. I think we see more and more battles between unions and businesses this year for sure. More original series, Elbow into Netflix's streaming ratings dominancy. Regulars, I enjoyed this. I didn't think I would, but I did enjoy it. This is like a Sherlock Holmes thing. Why is that? Because as people come out of lockups and moratoriums come to an end, they've got to pay their mortgages and rents. Unions are going to fight harder for pay raises and for companies to honor existing contracts. Companies are going to say, well, in this current environment, I think that we need to renegotiate terms. You're going to have that constant divide. There's going to be lockouts. There's going to be walkouts. There's going to be protests. There's going to be companies that haven't had unions before, they're going to try to unionize. I think McDonald's, you'll probably see it again. Walmart, you'll see it again. Amazon, you'll see them continuing that push. And as those bigger companies out there, you've got unions that are concerned for the well-being of their reps, essentially. Um, I have been enjoying. I have been enjoying Amazon's Invincible as well. Is she dead, Jim? Am I gone? Can you not see me? Weird. Okay. Well, I'll just keep going. If I go down, guys, I probably will not come back. Because by the time I fix the internet and everything, audio only, you can hear me. Okay. Um, SpaceX must halt lunar lander work. And Amazon's doing what it likes to do. It's protesting, saying, me, 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 me. They still are fighting Microsoft on the Jedi contract. Now they're going after SpaceX for this NASA contract. Amazon, I guess, feels like they're being left behind by government contract issuance, and they're trying to fight. But I think, I think the more that they raise a stink, the more that they just piss off the government. Claims that the 30% of the U.S. is vaccinated. Hypothesis of herd immunity. How much? How many percent? So that's halfway there for the herd immunity by the WHO. The WHO saying at 60 to 70% vaccination for the country that herd immunity could be reached. Um, so that's interesting. Oh, this is saying that AstraZeneca got approval for Farxiga already. When was that on the calendar for? I could have sworn that was later in the month. Oh well. So AstraZeneca got that. MVIS guys down another 2% after hours. It had a wicked fall Friday. Absolutely wicked fall. Chinese back self driving stuff. Yeah, Hut was one that I wanted to look at anyway. Okay, let's take a look at this here. Interesting. So they are now working with Galaxy Digital to be a lending firm to gather interest on top of Bitcoin appreciation. I like that. Cuts Alberta operations through Validus Power. Okay, so power issues are resolved. They're moving into Ethereum. So this is interesting. This hut is now. They have a war chest. They have existing Bitcoin holdings. They spent 30 million on NVIDIA CMPs starting in May. Their war chest is they had 3,000 Bitcoin as of February 17th. What's the current Bitcoin price? 3,000 by 57.5. $57,500. 172 million Bitcoin. Their market cap is 645 million, even though they're sitting on 172 million of Bitcoin. Do I see Bitcoin? I see Bitcoin around 80 grand by end of year. This is in February of this year, though, so they have more now for sure. You're thinking 115? Hmm. Okay, so here's their slide deck. View, click to enlarge. 51 cents to $16 a share is the high low. Medicine Hat and Drumheller, so they're both Alberta based. Total hash power. Balance sheet and Bitcoin holdings. They have what? This is hash rate versus market cap. Here's Riot. Here's Hut 8. If that graph is true, that's insane. Right? Slide 10. Yeah, that doesn't really concern me. The hash rate going to zero because they're not just Bitcoin. They're Ethereum as well. Yeah, if you guys are unfamiliar with Drumheller, the area in Drumheller is actually a completely flat field. Yeah, you can redirect the hash to other coins. Well, and they've already said that they're going to mine both in tandem. They're going to mine Ethereum and Bitcoin. You're on the TSE. I might. Oh, cut. They're $7. They are $7 a share on the Canadian market right now. Oh, and they have leaps. There's options on these. I could take a $7 leap on this into 2023. Yeah, they're doing lending and loaning, and they also do solar energy, green energy in Canada, which is big. They have options available in Canada into 2023. Now, there's not going to be a ton of volume on it. It's going to be about exercising, I think, but I don't see how this doesn't. Mm. Something's weird. Like this seems too good to be true. What is it? Why is it too good to be true, guys? What is it? Like if they're actually just their Bitcoin holdings just sitting on that. Earnings call. Okay, Q&A. So while everybody's waiting for their stuff to come in, these guys actually got a fresh install January of this year. The local electricity cost is almost nil because they're operating off of wind solar in that area. It's very, very low. I mean, this is, guys, I know people are always so excited for a market open where it's like, oh, market's open, we're trading and things are moving and things are going. It's the bulk of the work is done pre-market, after hours on Saturday for me. Honestly, that's where the bulk of that is. Um, that's where the dollars are made, not when the market's open. When the market's open, you're just acting off of all the work you've already put in. Miners are just a leverage. Yeah, but when it's undervalued, you look lovely. Come here. This is my whipper. She got a new haircut. You gotta sit down. They can't see. Show everybody. Show everybody your pretty haircut. So pretty. She's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl. Go on, get out of here. I love being a dad. It might be because they're Canadian. I'm wondering if there's any interest in them uplisting. Has there been any talk of them uplisting? At this time, we have no intention of liquidating the balance, so they're planning on sitting on the balance. NASDAQ uplisting. Here we go. Just a couple of quick things. First of all, big elephant in the room. I think everyone wants to know: is there anything that you can talk about as far as a Nasdaq uplisting? We are aware that others are not safe for making announcements regarding their moves toward Nasdaq. As you know, the road to Nasdaq is very uncertain. Applications to list do not guarantee listing success. In short, the outcome of being listed is not guaranteed. We recognize that our shareholders are encouraging us to announce intentions. We can assure you that we're exploring our options and we will inform the market once we have more information to share. Okay. So they haven't definitively said one way or the other they're looking to uplist onto the Nasdaq, but I can imagine that's only a matter of time. They just said in this that they cannot that they are not confirming that they're looking at their options. They have not uplisted. They have not filed for uplisting. They are not there, which means that this is a great opportunity for a potential 6 month play, um, or a quarter play at least. Potential for a Nasdaq uplist. Yeah, they're definitely not saying no, we're not going to do it. Um, I mean, the real question for me becomes why don't I get into this now? I mean, not now. Like, I'm not going to get into it right away. But if SHG uplists and I just take the profits from that, or I turn that into 60K and I put that into this, I should be able to get about 10,000 shares. Maybe not quite 10,000 shares, but pretty close to 8,000 shares. And if this thing does what Mara and Riot have done, going to 30 or 40, that's a pretty good opportunity for me to take this to. Sell price, let's say it goes to 30 Canadian. Let's be more realistic. Let's go to 20. 7. Yeah, I mean, that's 160K. Because I am very deep into bio right now, and I would like to have something outside of the bio sector. This is just looking really, really appealing to me. Let's go to the big sheet and take a look at how they've been doing over the last little bit here. This is it, SHG, by the way, guys. She's on a tear. These guys have declined. I might. Check out Galaxy 2. These guys are paired with Galaxy. That's not so. That's a concern if you're trading through the listing. I'll be out pre-market on the day of uplisting, so that's not going to really affect me. If you're planning on holding SHG through the uplisting on the market open, sure, I'll give that to you. But I'm planning to be out pre-market. I could yeah, I think I'm gonna exit the Clove shares Monday pre-market, enter HUT, and then when I exit SHG, I'll roll it into HUT. I've got May 17th or 18th lined up as the date of approval for them. Should get news this week or sometime next week about that. But if they, yeah, so they uplist. Sorry guys, I'm half talking to myself here, just trying to process what it is I'm thinking of doing. So as SHG moves up, it'll be the day of the listing. So it's the 17th, 18th that I get out there. Move that into HUT. That would be 40,000, 50,000 that goes over, plus the 8 grand from Clove, depending on what that does. Where did Clove finish? Clove finished. Yeah, dude, come here.
Mommy did it.
Yeah, the Mohawk. The Mohawk. Yeah. It's funny with curly hair for sure. Okay. 985. You want a hug?
Yeah, then here comes.
Oh, my sweet girl. That's okay. You don't need a haircut. You're so beautiful. Say hi, everybody. Is the stock market gonna go up or down? Up. Good girl. Up you go. My entry on my Clove shares is 987. I'm showing the bid ask after hours 988, 990. So I would actually be exiting at a gain pre-market. I think I would. No, yeah, I'm not going to exit the warrants. I got a good entry on the Clove, so 987. I don't mind exiting for a small gain and then moving that 5 grand over. I mean, what is Riot's market cap right now? Because they have comparable hash rates. Yeah, 3.5 billion. What the hell? What's it? I what? Like, huh? I can't trade RKF, so there's no point in me getting stuck up on that. So the black bar is the market cap, and the blue bar is their hash rate, guys. They have a higher hash rate than Riot, and yet Riot's market cap is through the freaking roof. Yeah, it could just be that it's not listed on the US exchanges, which in my mind has this price point as fairly reasonable for it. Okay, let's go here and see if anybody's talking about it. Nothing. There's nothing in Wall Street Bets about it. There's a Hut 8, penny stocks. Hmm. Hmm. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy. I think I have to do this. And then when I exit SHG on their up list, I'll move that into this as well. Guys, this will be a TSX play or TSE play. I will not be playing this in the US. I will be playing this on the Canadian equities. Um, yeah, I got to drain. Be right back.
No, come home tomorrow afternoon. You need me?
Huh?
Oh, that one smells like the bed.
Smelled like a man. I don't have to pay the conversion. And also, one of the things that I noted with MMed when it came over, guys, was this. If I look at MMed, okay, so here's MMed, guys. I need to go further back. Let's go 3 months. Okay. 6 months. Okay. So on the 6 months, guys, um, this is the date of no, back here. This here, maybe I just need the month calendar in a month. Oh, it's a little over a month. It's just a touch too far back. Hmm. Okay, so right here, guys, this green candle is Ahmed talking about uplisting. You're new to stocks, so sorry if you asked this question. Don't ever be sorry for asking a question, guys. Um, why is the release of earnings something that traders anticipate? When you see a business's earnings, it lets you know how they performed and whether the company is of more value now than it was yesterday. Is just like the basic bare bones answer to that. I haven't heard of Cala, no. The other thing is what Bartlett's getting at there, Newell is getting at there, is that it also gives you an understanding of where they see not only their own business going, but their industry going moving forward, which can present potential in similar plays. Okay, so guys, here, Emed. Here's Emed on the Canadian side. They did just uplist. So what we have here is this is the day of the announcement that they filed for uplisting, and there's an uptick. Okay, immediately. So they closed. Let me open the info window here. They closed the 30th, 288. They opened and went for a high of 350 the following day, just on the news that they're uplisting. Okay, so right there, that was like a 50-cent gain. That's on $3. Like uh, divided by six, six by one divided by six, it's like 18%, 15, 16% just on the day, just on the news that they were going to uplist. So there's the potential for Hut to do that. Then this one has kind of declined, but SHG has actually done the other where it's gone back up. But MMed, this is the day that they got an announcement of what their approval date would be, where they would be uplisting the following day. So close 267, open high of 444. Following day, this is over the weekend, it goes again. And then this is the day of the uplisting, high of 697. Now, you're not going to get the peak, but the open is playable because I can play pre-market. So 681. So if I had traded this from the day that they had the announcement, so the 31st, if I had bought this at open at $3, I could have exited at 681. That would have been 100% gain, over 100% gain. So this is why I'm looking at doing something similar with Hot, and I am currently doing this with SHG. So SHG, guys, in Canada, here's the announcement date that they are filing for uplisting on the 21st. It's just gone up since then. So uplisting news, up, 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 up. I'm expecting to see the same thing. Now, no problem, man. Now with SHG, I'm expecting to see a similar jump. I'm expecting to see this head towards $3, in which case I'll take, a little bit more than 100%. If it goes higher than that pre-market, fantastic. If I can, get 200, 150% off of it, fantastic. But the thing with Hut is I would not sell it. So with MMed, what we saw was it declined after it uplisted, right? So it hasn't done well after the uplisting, but that's because of what this company is. With SHG, I think it'll be all right, but with Hut, I think that the potential is, we see it go to $8, 850 on announcement of uplisting. On approval of uplisting and into uplisting, I think it goes to 15, and then you just hold it. You hold this one. I wouldn't get rid of this one. I would just hold it as it appreciates in value on Bitcoin. Yeah. For it to go to match Riot, if it goes to the U.S. markets, I think is reasonable. And if it goes to 40 U.S. for me, if it goes to 40 U.S., that's going to be 40. What is the conversion right now? It's really in our favor, or not in our favor, I guess, depending on how you look at it. 45 USD CAD. Are you saying goodbye to me? Yeah. Okay, goodbye. Love you. Yeah, so it goes to 55 Canadian. So if I can get in at, $6, $7, if I can get it at $7 and I can get about 50 grand in at seven, let's go 2,000 divided by seven. Okay, so we'll say about 7,000 shares at $7. Scratch and DevCam22, thanks for the follow, guys. Much appreciated. So 7,000 entry at $7, sell price 50, 7, calculate. Yeah, I'd make 350 grand on that trade. I'd make 300 grand on the trade. I'd have the initial 50 in there, but I'd make 300 on that. Now that would be Canadian, so 250,000. That'd be half my year that I'd have to hit that I'd make just on that play. Now, guys, I know those numbers aren't stone. Have they announced an update? No, they haven't announced an update, which is when you want to get in before the news. With SHG, they filed on April 21st, and typically takes up to 4 weeks for approval. So SHG, 4 weeks from April 21st. May 19th. That's the potential uplist, but I think we probably hear about it on the 17th, even maybe the 14th. So the next 2 weeks are going to be like sphincter clenching for me. Except in the event of Hut, I wouldn't be selling on the news. I would hold it. As I just think the currency is so important. No, they're holding the well, they're starting to mine Ethereum too. I don't know if they have Ethereum holdings, but Credit Suisse dumped their Hut 8 shares. Hmm. No, I don't think it's a better play. Until I actually break down what they have. The big thing with that is what does BitF currently have in holdings would be my big question. How much do they already have? So this is a pink. I don't like Quebec as much as I like Alberta. Where's their earnings? Q4 results. I want to know how much. I want to know how much they're holding in Bitcoin. 577 Bitcoin. Yeah, so that would be the big difference for me. Full year, 3,000. Q4 they mined 500 Bitcoin. So let's take a look at Hut and see what they did on Q4. So they did 8,000 Bitcoin the year before and only 2,700 here, but they did have the upgrade in January. Quebec muddles things. They make it difficult. I'm not a huge fan of investing out of Quebec. It's why when I was looking at pot, Hexa was out for me. Hexa's like an hour and a half for me into Quebec here. Um, Quebec complicates things for business. It really does. Hut has warrants. Oh no 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 no. Really? A90 Red, thanks for following, man. Let me know how you found the stream and what it is you trade. Yeah, can you let me? Let's see if we can't find the terms of the warrants. Um, Hut 8 warrants. I need the terms of the warrant. Anybody know how to find the terms of that warrant? Hut WF terms. Yeah, it is Hut WF, but I'm looking for the terms of the warrant itself. I want to know what the expiry is. I want to know what the you know what I mean. Um, okay, let's take a look here. Maybe this has it. Can anyone tell me the difference? Yeah, just put the warrants instead of the shares. Thanks by the way. You know anything? showing us the expiration date. I think the exercise price is $6.25. The influence can be found at the following link. Okay, here we go. Pleased to announce that it has entered into a securities purchase agreement for private placement of its common shares and warrants to purchase. Pursuant to the private placement, the company will issue common shares and warrants to purchase up to exercise at 6.25. What's the expiry? Where do you see 12/28/21? Oh, no, that's the closing of the. Where I don't see the 12/28/21. Go back here. Before that. What do you mean before that? Here? This? So that's the expiry? I don't want that then. I don't want that. I just want the equity. I just want the equity. That's too little. That time is too little. Yeah, that time is too little. Now the 6.25 exercise price, it's already past that. It's already into its exercise. So this is why it's different than Clove, right? Clove's not in exercise yet. You can exercise Clove warrants as they currently exist. So for me, you'd be buying it on a premium, I think. WF. 443. It's only OTC for the Americans. Yeah, it's only OTC for the Americans, isn't it? Hut WF? No, Hut WF is US currency. Okay. Yeah, I think I just trade equity. I think I just trade this on the Canadian market. Yeah, I think I just trade this on the US market or on the Canadian market. Yeah, warrants isn't something I would play on this. If you got the warrant at $5 when it initially dropped, fine, that's one thing, but no, there's no need for me to complicate this any further. All right, guys, I am. I think I'm going to call that. My family's getting ready to head out for a couple days here. So my wife gave me a kiss, but I want to say goodbye to my kiddos. I think I'm going to call it for the day. So let's see if I can find anybody else that's doing due diligence that you guys can hang out with. Um, This looks like a real person, the swingfish guy, right? That looks like a real person. Thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me today, though. Greatly appreciate that. I know this is a little bit slower, but that is what it is. Remember, guys, if you haven't seen the latest YouTube video, liked, commented, all that fun jazz, you could do that for me. I greatly appreciate that. I'm not going to do, I might do a video today. The family's heading out, actually. I'm not sure what that will be on. It might be on Hut, but yeah. For now, guys, that's the latest video. If you guys can like, comment, subscribe, I greatly appreciate it. Let's go raid this swingfish guy and have an amazing weekend. I will see you guys 9 a.m. Monday. I will be there. See you. Bells and whistles. Let's go.